Well, yeah, that makes sense. Oh, that was all right. There it is. There's double strike. We're good. We're good levels. Okay, good. Duncan, get your voice. Good morning and welcome from Ryan's Family Amusements in Millis, Massachusetts. Today we have a double-header match with two ACS team matches going on simultaneously. The bowlers are all in the A division. So Sean Taylor is bowling against Glen Gill and Mike Nardone versus Dan Esdale. So bowlers, shake hands and the next ball will be live. This is Dan Castle. I'm here with Duncan McDougall.
How's it going, guys?
And our home bowlers have elected to go first. We're in lanes 21 and 22 at Ryan's. So Dan Esdale on lane 21 and Glen Gill on lane 22. Gentlemen, whenever you're ready, we'll be starting to bowl. All right, so want to talk about the format and that these guys are not head-to-head?
Yeah, so the Glen and Sean match is going to start on lane 22. Glen's going to bowl five boxes with a string, and then Sean's going to bowl 5. Meanwhile, on 21, Dan Esdale facing off against Mike Nardone. They're going to go 5 and 5 as well. As Dan drops a hammer. What a start, Dan Esdale.
And Glen Gill started with an 8 drop and left a 3 in the 8 and just gets the 8.
Oh, man, that wood came over and just slid behind. That was a great bit.
Great start for Esdale, starting with a strike.
So Esdale and Nardone are going to move over to 22 after, so they're going to swap. And they're going to do that for all 5 strings.
9 box for Glen Gill. Each game of the 5 games is worth 2 points for standings for the bowlers. Tie, they'll each get 1 point. And total is 4 points, so 14 points total awarded for each match. Glen Gill, first ball, goes through the center. Spread eagle minus the 4-pin.
I hate those eagle variants. You're all over the head pin, you get nothing for it. As he gets a break, look at this drop.
Starts with 8 on a strike. He was on a 3-pin on that, I think.
He's got 2 pieces of wood that he can play. He can either sweep on the left side, or he can plow right through. As he's going to try right here, and he gets it.
Spare on strike for Esdale, and Glen is open in his box. And ends up with a 9 box. So.
I mean, you get an eagle variant, you take a 9 all day.
So,
bad at all.
Joining us today and doing all of the production and scoring is Micah Imperato.
Yeah, he's all right. I don't know.
Yeah, he does an okay job. You know, we had to get somebody, right? Good job. He does a great job up there. It's amazing. Glen Gill's first ball is spread eagle, punched through the head pin. He's on the head pin.
A little too on.
Esdale's on a spare to drop 6.
Man, that 1-2 pocket was unkind. He's got a diamond to look at here.
So that's a 3, 5, 6, and 8, and Glen just picks off the 7 pin.
He's getting a little frustrated right now. I mean, with back-to-back spread eagles, he would be too.
Is he looking for 3 marks in a row and doesn't get it? Picks off just 2.
Good bit, just a hair light.
And Glen with a 7 box. Dan coming up trying to clean up a 10, stay perfect. And he's got a 9 box. So far in the standings, Glen on your right is 28 and 28 and has an average of 119.4 for the season so far. And Dan Esdale is 8 and 20 and has a 111 average.
Oh, there's the break. Glen Gill drops a hammer.
There you go.
Finally gets rewarded for a head pin hit.
He was due. Esdale on a 3-pin, drops 7 to 1, 2, 4 left.
Oh, that's a nice break. Nice 3-pinner to shoot on here for Esdale.
So obviously with different point totals with the bowlers, we're in different weeks in these matches. One is a week 4 match, and that's the Nardone Esdale match. And the Taylor and Gill match is in week 6.
Esdale just kicks the head pin out a little thin and cuts in front of the 2-4. He'll clean it up for a nice 10 box though. 55 through 4, Dan Esdale.
And Glen is at 35 plus these first two fill balls, as you can see on the board. Looking for a double. He's on the head pin and spread eagle minus the 2-pin, but he's got some pretty good wood there, I think.
It moved the 3-pin, but the wood is actually a little bit wired. If he's all over this 3-pin right here, treats it like a 3-pinner. That one
Oh, he
Not that side.
caught the wood and took out the left side and the middle pin there, so not happy with that. That gives him 7 on the strike for 42 after 4.
That should be 8.
8 on the strike. We need a score correction on this one, Sean. Yeah, and he fell there. So 43 after 4. And 8 bucks gives him 51 even.
Esdale can't get the 10 pin, but he's got.
Don't hit the head
64.
pin, boys. And Glen's advising against head pin hits. I know how he feels because that happens a lot. We get a lot of action in Millis, but it's not unusual to get splits off the head pin either.
5 head pin hits for Glen Gill. 4 splits, 1 strike.
All right, our visiting bowlers come up second today. Sean Taylor on your right, Mike Nardone on your left. Taylor starts off on the 2 pin and drops 6.
Look at that wood come up forward.
Nardone's all over the head pin, trying to match Esdale's first box strike, and he does. Both bowlers open with a strike on it.
Oh, Nardone came to play. All right.
How come they didn't disengage the automatic reset? How come the automatic reset's not?
And Taylor ends up with a 10 box. So Sean Taylor currently has a record of 44 and 26. He's a couple weeks ahead of Glen on the matches, and his average is 118.84. And Nardone is at 19 and 23 with an average of 111.13. So basically, you got 2 very even matches here. Both of the bowlers on the left right now have 111 averages. Both of the bowlers on the right have 119 averages. So,
Man, oh man.
should see some pretty tight games here.
Should be fun. Nardone drops 8 on his first ball to strike. Sean had a Cleary variant who just punched for 1-8. Nardone gets another spare on strike. Nice shot, Nardone.
Matches his opponent, Sean Taylor with an 8. So Nardone did exactly what Dan Esdale did, strike and then a spare. Let's see what he does in his third box.
Meanwhile, Sean's also 18 for 2. He just got there another way.
Box 3, game 1. We just had.
Oh, Sean Taylor drops the hammer.
That was a bomb. That was what we see frequently from Taylor.
Right out of the hands, that one. My God.
So we're looking for a re-rack on 21. Some pins gave up the game early and fell over before any ball was thrown.
The way Nardone's throwing it, I don't blame him.
Can't get a speed on 22. It doesn't register over there, but Taylor's got a very powerful ball.
Frank, we love it too. Micah does a good job keeping that all over. Nardone goes through the hole. Punches with that head pin nice and has 5 pins to look at a 3-2 split.
Oh, what a bid that was.
Man, oh man, what a beautiful cut shot. He'll take 10 out of this every day as Nardone goes around the woods somehow, some way, picks up the 6 pin.
That
He'll
gives
take 9.
Esdale a 1 pin advantage through 3. Taylor looking for a double. Drops 7 and then 2, 4, 10 are left.
As far as splits go, this isn't the worst one, but still a split. No, finally misses the head pins, has Cleary.
Taylor puts a hell of a
my
bid on that
goodness.
one and just misses a 10 pin.
That couldn't have been by more than an inch or so. That was such a great ball. Oh, Nardone puts a great bid on the Cleary right there. 4 pin left standing.
So with that 9 fill 9 box, Taylor's at 46 after 4. 3 pin advantage over Glen. And Nardone with a 10 is at 54 after 4. And it's a 1 pin game in that match.
Oh man, these are close. These are close so far.
Taylor on the head pin, almost the same as he had last time.
Yeah, a little harder this time.
He's got the 6 pin instead of the 10. And Nardone drops 6, and he's got a little cluster down there of 2, 4, 7, and 8.
Oh, that wood flattened out really nicely for him. He might be able to plow this.
Taylor put it through the hole.
And
There it goes.
Guys.
Nice and neat.
The answer starts at 64. Mike Nardone says, I'll do you one better. Sit with 64 and a ball. Man, that one looked like it was going to be so bad, and it just came up and flattened out beautifully for him. Nice start, Mike Nardone.
And we have a couple of live feeds going on here, and the one you're looking at right now is on Facebook. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out which feed it is.
Trying to find us on Facebook.
Got a reset on 21 as the bowlers switch lanes for this second half. So Esdale will be on 22, Glen Gill will be on 21, and their opponents will be with them on their lanes.
Esdale and Mike Nardone are tied right now through 5, though Nardone is on a fill.
Ooh, Esdale, great ball, 8 drop.
Glen is at 51 and Sean Taylor at 54 after the first half of the first game.
5-9 for Esdale. Head pin.
He's on the left-hand pocket.
Oh,
and,
why bother? Man, oh man.
That's kind of ugly. The 6, 8, 9, 10. Esdale misses a 2-pin bid.
Can't pick it up. It's tough.
2 pins together are tough sometimes. Oh, great.
Oh my goodness. Glen Gill makes a great bid on that. He goes heavy on it as you're supposed to shoot that 8, 9 pin over and just didn't quite go.
Tried to take the triangle, carried over. Esdale in the meantime is with a 9.
God, I hate triangles. Field goal.
$8 for Glen Gill. So Glen Gill's at 59 after 60 and Esdale's at 73 after 6. Again, these bowlers are not head-to-head. They are bowling against their opponents who are taking a 5-box break right now. And are we missing a 5-pin down
We
there?
are indeed, yeah.
Okay, re-rack on 21. That's the 3rd or 4th time we've seen a problem with that lane.
The 5-pin's there, it's just lying down.
And Micah says it's just lying down. So yeah, it is there. It's not playing. So Esdale goes ahead and he's on a 2-pin.
We had the same issue here on the Wednesday night. 21 was dropping pins all over the place.
Esdale drops 4. He's got the Lando plus the 4, 7 Monday.
Just missed having a half Worcester on that. Gill on the head pin. He's not getting any love right now. He's
No, he isn't.
the 6, 7, 10 split. He's got some wood that might help him
It was 6 splits.
as he tries to cut the inside and just gets one.
Puts the head pin to bed, and that's all he gets. Nice and light. Oh! Goes a little too high on that for Glen Gill. He plows that wood right through.
An 8 for Esdale for 81 after 7.
9 here.
Takes 9, almost gets a 10 and went behind. So a 68 for Glen. He's under par right now.
Can you blame him? He's through 7 boxes. He's on 7 head pins and has 6 splits. What are you gonna do?
He's running a good ball. But it's just not helping him right now.
Chief, thanks for joining us.
Mike Machichi, good to see you.
Esdale catches the Glen Gill fever. Has a 3-2 split.
All right,
Glen Gill, first head pin he's missed and the best leave he's had.
isn't that something? Sometimes after that you become phobic of the head pin. Esdale's shooting at the spread eagle minus the 3, and just gets a 4-pin. So Glen looking for a spare here. Oh my goodness, no luck.
Yeah, that was tough wood, but you had to hit that pocket. You just missed it. Oh no, tough 6 box for Dan Esdale.
87 after 8. Both bowlers have a lot of red numbers up there, especially Glen. It's almost all red numbers. Red numbers mean a split. And 9 for Gill, 77. So Frank Morrow, you're right. It's always best when you put the score sheet up there. Micah does an amazing job at this. I'm trying to learn how to do it myself right now. So if I'm solo, I'm not doing the scoreboard. But the guys that work with me, I'll be able to do it at some point. And but we're very happy when we have Micah online for us. Esdale.
Oh, look at this break up form. Nice 2-pinner like that. Glen, another head pin, another split. This one's a little more palatable. It's a hard shot, don't get me wrong.
There it goes. There it goes.
That
5
5
pin.
had better fall. Thank you very
And that
much.
takes out the
Oh,
7.
look
No
at this.
split.
No, but that's really a tough shot right here. Oh no, the wood comes up and out. That wood is going to be no good. Someone's going to have to go pull that.
Esdale gets a spare in the meantime. Picks up those 2 pins. And
You know what? I don't like that
creeping.
wood there anyway. Oh, the wood's coming
It's
back.
creeping. It's
Hold on,
creeping.
hold on. That wood might actually be in play.
Nardone's going to
roll
go
back.
out and take care of the pin for us.
No, that wood's going to be in play, I think. Oh, no, he's going to pull it. Never mind.
A lot of bowlers here Saturday morning. We have the Ryan's Junior Senior League going, which is for kids from age 4 to 18, 2 different divisions. My own granddaughter's down there bowling right now, as are several of the well-known bowlers' kids. And here goes Glen on his second ball.
Oh,
There we
nice
go.
spare shot.
Work the weights, work
pins to shoot at, gets them all. Nice ball going, Gill.
So some open bowlers coming in. So good action here at Ryan's. Great place to spend a Saturday morning on a rainy day. And the 6-pin gives up the ghost. Doesn't want to play. Glenn's looking to get some good finish here. This game's been a tough game for him. He's throwing a good ball though.
Throwing a great ball.
Hi, Face Sawyer. Good to see you here too.
Sometimes the bull gets you, and it really is getting Glen so far. If you can build on this spare, though, get a nice 9-drop or something out of it, you can be in business all of a sudden.
Esdale on a fill. And that fill is 5.
Leary, baby. 90, 102 for 9.
And Gill's on a fill at just 3.
Put him at 90 for 9.
Needs a spare to be over 100. It's not typical. Esdale just picks up the back pin. Little full on the head pin.
Straight through for Gill. Esdale's going to sit with 8 pins to finish, so he'll put him at 110 for his first string.
And Glen with a 7 box. 97 string.
That was hard to watch from Mike Gill.
So both bowlers had a challenging second half, and the doors open for their opponents to come up and grab the first string. So Sean Taylor's coming up on lane 21 in your left, Mike Nardone on your right. Nardone on your right is on a fill. He's a 64 plus a ball, and Sean Taylor's at 54 after his first half.
Yeah, Mike Nardone, if he puts a good fill on this, we just need a pin out to take the string.
That's a good ball, and there's a head pin curse.
Come on, get over.
Both bowlers on the head pin. Nardone drops 6 on his fill, so he closes his half with 70.
4, 6, 7, 8 for Nardone. That's an interesting lead.
We saw the inverse of that for Gill a little bit ago.
Oh my
Doesn't
goodness,
go.
what a pin.
Taylor on a diamond takes 2. Both open in the 6th.
Nardone so close to picking that hard shot up. Take 10 all day though.
And 10 boxes for both bowlers. 80 after 6 for Mike Nardone. 7-pin lead over Dan Esdale through completed boxes, and 64 for Sean. He's at 5 pins up on Gill.
Nardone only needs 31 pins to take this match, or this string, so he's looking at total right now. Looking with a statement win on. Timing to shoot at for a spare.
Well, that was 6 of them. That was interesting. So Taylor's off the head pin on that. He's on the 3, and some late fall on the left, and he's left with the 1, 9, 10.
Oh my goodness, what a bid Nardone.
And there he gets it. Taylor, nice spare, spares that mess up, and played it perfect. Nardone just missed another mark.
There's a lot of helpful wood, and Taylor put all of it to work there.
10 for Nardone for 90 after 7. Taylor's is 74 after 7 plus a fill.
Yeah, Taylor's looking at total now too. If he puts a big fill on this, he'll be cruising to the finish line.
Nardone on the head pin and drops a strike.
Second strike of the day by Nardone.
And Taylor puts 6 on his spare. So it puts Taylor at 80 after 7. He just needs... Oh, no spare for Sean.
Man.
Wrapped around the 5-pin.
That 5-pin's hard to get on that shot. It really is.
And a 9 box. 89 after 8 for Sean Taylor. 100 plus 2 balls for Mike Nardone after 8.
Sean only needs 9 pins to take this string too, so he's looking at total. As the pins keep falling.
Yeah. That's already in the first game. We've seen that about 5 times, haven't we?
Yeah, I think there might be a pin on that's cockeyed down there. Need to be taken out.
Nardone suggesting to Sean Taylor just play the wood.
Duncan, when the rack comes up, it like comes up just enough to go to the top of the pin. It's not the pin. Yeah, better.
Okay, Nardone on the first of 2 fill balls. He's on the 2-pin and takes out 6. Again, another pin falls for Sean. So he's going to toss the pin they picked up and re-rack again.
Lane 21 having some struggles right here.
So these are the 2 lanes that Pete Crawford threw the 227 on recently.
Yeah. are indeed. Oh, Nardone makes a nice spare. Didn't even need it for the game, but he wants total in a big way right here. He's at 120 and a ball.
Spare on strike. Nardone's looking good today. Taylor, Nardone, and Esdale just back from Worlds last week. Oh, there's
Sean Taylor. What a hammer down.
I love watching Mike Nardone bowl. He's always so animated.
What a character he is. He's got an odd, as a righty bowler, this ball glides left to right, which you don't see very often. Most bowlers, if they have a left to right as a righty bowler, it's a straight ball, like a Charlie Collins or something like that. Mike's got a nice little arc on it. He dropped 7 on the spare, 127.9.
And a good spare opportunity here. There's double wood behind the 3 and the 6, but I think that might carry. Taylor looking for a double and just about gets it. Nardone goes to the left, misses the object pin, picks up 2 more. Taylor with a spare on strike.
Absolutely. 109 through 9 for Taylor, 119 and a ball.
And a 9-box for Nardone for a 136 string.
Quick 26-pin lead for Mike Nardone. Great start.
I know, right? I tried more.
As the head pin keels over, Sean Taylor's been abusing it these last 2 boxes.
Yeah, this is I don't think we can really fix it mid-match, but it's something's down there not quite
Someone
right.
needs to take a hammer back to those tubes.
It is fairly consistent in the front, but not entirely. All right, Taylor for a fill, and the delay kind of threw him off, I think, a little. So he puts 3 in a fill for a 122 string.
25-pin lead for Sean Taylor after the first.
And so we're going to go into game 2 now. And our home bowlers are coming back up. The visiting bowlers both won their first string, so awarded the first 2 points each. Hi, Justin. Good to see you here. And again, this is Dan Castle. I'm here with Duncan McDougall with our commentary with the guys. Micah Imperato running the computers, and he'll interject from time to time.
Yep. As the head pin falls away on lane 21 once again.
It's a head pin a lot, so
I think it's
yeah, I think you're right. So Glen goes ahead, drops 4 in his first ball, just 1 more in the second.
And then he did.
goes through that hole again.
5-box for Glen Gill.
He needs to settle in right here, compose himself, come right back. We've seen a lot of good strings start with 5 boxes, but you gotta put the pedal to the metal here.
All right, Dan Esdale starting his first box. Last game he started with a strike, but not this time.
That's a beautiful ball for it, though, into that Brooklyn side 1-2 pocket. If he throws that ball again, he gets a spare all day right here. Does so.
Got
Gets
it. Got it. No problem. Sparing a first for Dan Esdale in game 2.
Beautiful shot.
All right, Glen Gill hoping to come back from that 5-box here.
Start it up, Glen.
Mark him. Slide, he's off, way off on the 4-pin.
A little wild, bounce that ball, not quite at tempo with his arm and his legs right now.
Esdale on a fill. He's off the head pin, but that can be good right now. That's a 7 fill.
Big 17 all day there.
1-2-7.
Get there!
Glen Gill,
Esdale
great
makes a
bid.
Great ball.
Oh.
First good ball to match.
Yeah, that was Glen.
Picks up a spare.
That was his Glen. He threw just about picked up. Esdale spare and again, second box. 10-box for Glen Gill.
All right. Clean sheet.
Rufus, we agree with you on that one. They should pull the pin, but it's always the head pin, so
It's not. Sometimes it's the
probably something with the tubes. Could be something back on the pin deck, but when you see it always the same pin, it's probably not the pins. It's probably something in the machinery.
Yeah, no, it's consistently a pin on the deck, like the 1 pin in this case. You can see it kind of wiggles a little bit when it comes up every time. So the machinery needs to, something needs to take a hammer to it or something.
So that's not a bad lead for Glen. He was on the 2-pin that time. He leaves just a 1 and 3. Esdale on a fill.
Millis ain't. Oh, it's looking like a Greek church, but it's going to break up a little bit.
7 in his fill.
That's a
Glen
lot
looking
more
for a mark
palatable.
and spare for Glen Gill.
Welcome.
There we go. Right away, Glen. All over it that time.
So after that 5 box, Glen put up a 10 and a spare. So he's recovering some ground from that.
All the way back. Let's go. Let's see. Can't quite bring it in. That's the 10 pin.
So this will be his first open box in this game.
And picks up the 10.
Nicely done. Esdale at 44 after 3. Glen Gill at 25 plus a ball. As you can see on the score sheet that Micah is keeping for us. Micah also tracks head pins and many other stats on these matches. So Glen puts 7 in the fill, puts him at 32 after 3. He's back over par.
137 to shoot at. As he with the Caleri variant, the 7 goes, so he's just got a 3-pinner.
Oh, he's trying to cut the inside. Doesn't go.
Good bid. He was right there, just barely missed.
Esdale with a spare shot. And he's a little light too, but he did hit the object and only took that. Glen trying to pick up something, ends up with a 7 box.
39 through 4. Yeah, Esdale. There it was. Nice 10 box. 54 through 4. No pin left behind so far, Dan Esdale.
Had the pleasure of bowling with Glen Wednesday night, subbing on my team. And that was fun because we were always on rival teams in the old Natick Men's League. So this time we bowled together instead of against each other. That was fun. And he did well. Helped lead our team to a victory that day.
He usually does.
Yeah.
Great bowler.
Took a few years off of bowling. Came back a year before last. He's been doing great. All right, Glen with a 6 drop. 4 horsemen left.
I like being good now.
First horseman of the day right here.
Esdale, left-hand pocket, leaves a bale of hay down there.
Man, that's cool. It goes though. Oh my goodness, Glen Gill puts a perfect ball on the horseman and the 7 just decides not to carry. I don't know how you can hit that better. I really don't.
Esdale a little light on his object, and
Oh,
he
the 10 pin wiggles and will not fall.
just rushes it. 9 box for Gill for 48 after 4. As he waiting for the wood to settle down.
Yep, it's going to flatten out, be out of play.
Clean shot at the 10. And he takes it off the cap.
Well, he makes me look like a fool right here. As he hits the wood exactly where you have to in order to pick it up. 64 half, Dan Esdale keeps it going.
All right, now our visiting bowlers come up second today on both sides. Sean Taylor on your right, Mike Nardone on the left. Both won their first game.
Sean Taylor only visiting in name though. He does bowl out of Millis as well.
Yep, Nardone's the only one who doesn't actually.
Yep, pulls out of Mohegan.
All right, Taylor will have an open box.
Yep, head pin to shoot at. It's the last one.
And both of them leave the head pin up for the 3rd ball.
I always say for the 3rd ball with the head pin, it's
Got it.
never fun because it means you didn't do your job, but then you get to practice your strike ball at least.
Oh,
Bowlers do.
both pick them up. Bob Lee has proposed a 2-pin penalty if you leave the head pin and only the head pin up after the 3rd ball. So I don't know where that's going to go with the rules committee. Probably not, but it's an interesting idea. Taylor drops 7 on that one after the 10 box.
2, 4, 5 triangle for him.
Nardone 5 and at least a 4 horseman plus a 9 pin.
Oh my goodness, what a shot. Sean Taylor.
Made it
All
look
over that
easy.
triangle. I wish it was. Oh, Nardone picks up a beautiful spare.
Matching spares for our visiting bowlers in box 2. They both had 10s. They both have spares. Mike Nardone's up against 2 spares in boxes 1 and 2 by Dan Esdale.
And a very, very not happy head pin.
All right, he's getting a
Sean
break
Taylor's
there. Is it going to
get a
go?
break right here. He's going to drop 8 as the 1 and the 3, all 8.
That gives Sean Taylor 28 after 2. Nardone on a re-rack again.
So up in Worlton Moncton, Sean Taylor bowling the academy team that made it into the playoffs. Nardone's team, New England Flooring, also in the playoffs.
And Esdale's team, Harry's All-Stars, did not make the playoffs, but they made a really great run. Some good matches.
Oh, they were competitive in every single match they bowled. It was a lot of fun to watch.
They were the first team to take any points from the Maria Subs team, who is undefeated after day one.
Yeah.
So another spare for Sean Taylor. Nardone for another re-rack.
38 in a ball through 3, Sean Taylor. Gonna keep the pressure on him right here.
All right, this time they stay up, and Mike's gonna knock him down. He knocks everything down,
Oh,
but
my
the
goodness.
6 pin. So 9 in his fill.
Looked like that one was gonna take it, just fell forward. Take a 19 box all day. Let's see if he can put another one on it. Oh, through the hole.
I think if he had hit the cap, it might have gone, but it didn't go.
He had 2 things to shoot at, didn't make up his mind, went right through it.
All right.
10 box, picks it up.
So he's tightened it up quite a bit, 39 to 44 versus Esdale in completed boxes, and Sean just put 6 on that for 44 after 3.
Let's finally cooperate right here. It's just Nardone. A little heavy on his object right there. He's going to drop 7. Interesting lead here.
3, 8, 10. Another mark for Taylor. That's 3 in a row.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty for Sean Taylor right there.
Oh boy.
Nardone just barely missed that 3 pin right there. 3,
So
4,
Nardone had a
10.
head pin hit on that, and that's what he gets.
3,
And,
4, 10. No wood to shoot at, and
7.
a couple of field goals.
So that was an interesting contrast because Taylor was off the head pin on his, got a decent spare lead, and Mike was on the head pin on his, and then once again we see a split come in.
It's a stupid game. I love it.
We're all into self-torture here sometimes when we play this game. Taylor's on another bell. Head pin. What happens when you hit the head pin? You get a split.
Why bother?
Yeah.
Why bother?
6 in the fill. Nardone, head pin,
Why
and
bother?
another
Oh my
split.
goodness, that is ugly. 4, 7, 9, 10.
Taylor has an open box in the 5th. He's a 60 after 4.
2, 3 left for Sean Taylor. Mike Nardone, this wood is just vicious.
Oh, that's
too.
ugly wood.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know how you do that.
Alright.
Cap it maybe?
Hit it high, see what happens.
He hits
Gonna
in the
go
middle.
low. Leaves the 4-9.
Taylor picks up 1 for 9 box, 69 after the half. Oh, wow.
Wow, puts the candy cane to bed, slides it in front of the 9 pin somehow.
So halfway through game 2, Dan Esdale's coming up. He's at 64. He has a 9-pin lead over Mike Nardone's 55. On the other side, Glen Gill is at 48, and he's down 21 right now from Sean Taylor after 5 boxes in game 2.
Seriously, stupid game.
Fucking that 9 dog's
And another re-rack on 21 for Glen. Dan Esdale's going to go ahead. Nobody on a fill. Esdale on a head pin and breaks up the split. So just the 6 and the 10 are left. Glen Gill goes on to the 3 pin, gets a cluster of 5. 1, 2, 4, 5, 8, 9. Esdale with a spare in the 6th.
Attaboy, Ezzy.
Nice spare, Dan Esdale, 74 in a ball.
Oh my goodness,
What the-
he's right where I would have thought that you had to hit that.
What just happened?
Somehow just the head pin chipped off of that.
Man, it's not that bad yet, buddy. It breaks off.
7 box for Glen.
He's frustrated. I don't blame him after that. That was a beautiful drop from the spare. How do you just take the head pin there? It's unbelievable.
That is crazy. He's not getting any breaks here at all.
56 through 6. Spare fill. No head pin. 7 drop. 3 pinner to shoot at.
And that gives Dan Esdale 81 after 6, and Glen Gill is off on a 3 pin and drops 5.
A working ball will give you right here. 1, 2, 4. Let's see if we can run it down.
It's tough. A lot of times you get in that pocket and they just wrap around the back. Another spare for Esdale.
Beautiful. 2 in a row.
He's on it. It wraps around, but it comes back.
It's a great
But
bid.
it leaves a 9 pin.
That's a great bid. A little heavier. May have taken it just a sec.
10 for Glen Gill.
Oh, clean plate club. Glen Gill uses that wood so well. 66 through 6, Glen Gill. 91 and a ball through 7. Sorry, 66 through 7. My ball. Yeah,
All right.
we're going to load another one up.
And 91 plus this ball.
He's got a love affair with that 3-pin, and it's working for him.
So that's
My
6-7 in the fill. Glen Gill, great ball. It can be 8 now. Great ball, but look at this.
Damn, another spare.
That's 3 in a row.
Beautiful. 98 through
Esdale
7.
got a
108
great game
ball
going.
through 8.
And just a 10 pin for Glen off that awful split.
That's getting crapped on right now. This is tough.
Got to keep it going though. We're early in this match.
Could've used those pins.
Would have made a difference for you.
I've seen a lot of bowlers lose the first 2 games and come back to win the match.
We saw what happened when he was on the headband.
Hey, look at that 1 pin wiggle for Glen. So Esdale on another fill. He's a 108 plus this ball.
Oh, it's a head pin. So
Make-
rewarded.
Make it
Nice.
7.
Nicely done. Nice
One.
triangle.
115 after 8.
We're only gonna help.
Glen trying not to come in heavy on the head pin and just punches out the half Worcester right.
Exclamation point on the string right here from Glen Gill. Esdale can't pick it up. He's going to be open for the
He's
first
human.
time in 3 boxes. As Glen has the worst shot I see in bowling is after your half Worcester, you say, I got to go whole side. And you punch out the 1-8 or the 1-9.
Come on, buddy.
8 box for Esdale puts him to 123 after 9. Glen looking to clean this up and just another one. Come on. 5 box.
This is
Esdale just short on the perfect string.
So he's at 80 after 9. That's, with a 119 average, that's really something.
Esdale left his first 2 pins up of the string.
Esdale on the head pin, and wouldn't you guess it,
Stayed
another
on the quarter
split.
pin.
He's going to have a little work to do right here.
Nice pocket shot by Glen. He gets 3 together to stay up.
This triangle, Esdale just had us. Let's see if Glen can show him how to make it.
That's the 2-4-5. Ezzy, great
Oh, what a
bid.
bid. Almost shot that wood forward for it.
Spare for Glen Gill.
There we go. Nice ball.
Deserved many more. 9 box for Dan Esdale, and he's at 132 to finish.
3 pins on the deck left and Esdale. What a string.
Glen Gill's on a fill. He's a 90 plus this ball. And just misses a strike, so 99 for Glen.
I know, I was being greedy, but yeah.
17's better than 10.
Yeah, that's true.
That's a great finish from Glen on a really, really tough string where he got nothing doing for him.
That puts Dan Esdale at 242 after 2 games, and Glen Gill at 196. Now their opponents come up. Mike Nardone in the right. He's down about 9 so far, but he's got a big half to go against. So he needs a good half here. Sean Taylor's up by 21 pins.
Nardone splashes down a little heavy on that head pin, and it just explodes for him. 6 at a plank.
Taylor has 4 horsemen right. No problem for Nardone.
No, it needs a lot of marks to catch up here. Taylor makes a beautiful spare on the horseman.
Right in the pocket on that one. No problem at all. Marks for both bowlers in the 6th.
79. The string's all went over. Sean's looking to pour it off the total.
Nardone on a fill. On a 3 pin, punches out 2. Taylor on a fill. He's on the pocket, drops 8.
Nice.
67 after 6 for Mike Nardone. 87 after 6 for Taylor.
Oh, Nardone through the hole. That's tough.
buddy.
And that's a 10 box. Or no, that's a spare for Taylor. I'm sorry. So
Yeah, your tempo is off.
Nardone closes out with an 8 box and is at 75 after 7. Taylor's at 97 plus his ball, so this fill ball, as long as it's more than 2, will actually officially win the string for him. Nardone on the head pin. And Taylor with the Cleary 5 in the fill. 102, he's won the string. Nardone through the hole of that 2, 3, 6, 10 split.
Yeah, it's 2 in a row he's gone through the hole. Taylor finally off his mark right there on his second ball.
Nardone with a 9 box and a 7 box for Taylor. So Nardone at 93,
Who do you think you are, me?
or 84, I'm sorry, after 8. I added it to what was already up there. 109 after 8 for Taylor. Nardone's got a ways to go to catch up to that 132. He really needs to strike out.
He's in double strike territory at least here, yeah. Maybe even triple.
Mikey DiGianni, good to see you on here. DiGianni, let's see, try to say it right. Nardone on the head pin, and
Why bother?
There we go.
Okay, one of them breaks up, but he's still got a tough split to look at. 4, 7, 10. A lot of wood on the deck.
I think that wood could be helpful.
I don't know, man.
I don't know. No guarantees, but I think it could be.
It's better than not having.
It's never guaranteed.
All right, hits it right, it goes straight back, didn't carry off the wall.
Right there. The only thing you can do is maybe hit a little more off the cap, get some action off the wall. It's such a tough shot.
Taylor misses a triangle.
Hate triangles.
A nice, gentle nudge of that 10 pin, and that's a 10 box for Mike Nardone. And a 10 box for Sean Taylor.
Man, that power ball is just messing those pins up. And Dan Esdale's officially taken the second string.
Yep.
Nardone, even with the triple, can't catch up right here. And a triple it will not be, as he's got a 3-pinner to look at for a spare.
Look at
Oh,
that.
look at this break up. That power ball coming in to work. Why is that head pin not falling? Oh my goodness.
Well, we saw him make the 1-9-10 earlier, so now he's just got the 1 and 10 to
Yeah,
shoot
this
at.
wood's coming way up, though. It's a much harder shot than it was.
Sure is. He's gonna
Wood in the pin,
try to
same
sweep
time.
it. Great
Wrong
idea.
side.
Came in shallow.
Wrong side.
10 bucks for Nardone. It's a 104 game.
Yep, all of a sudden, total is really, really close.
9 bucks for Taylor is a 128 game. So Sean Taylor will take 2 points on that one, and Dan Esdale will take 2 points. So Taylor's got 4-0 versus Glen, and Esdale has it's 2-2 in the other match.
Taylor's up 54 right now. Meanwhile,
As he came.
Ezzy is up 2 pins after 2 blowouts on either end. Amazing how that happens in this game. Glen is off his object right here. He's got 6 pins to shoot at. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. Esdale on his object and just gets dumpstered. That is the 3-4.
There you
Oh,
go.
yeah, there we go, Glenn.
A little bit of wood that worked when Glen Gill's favor right there as he comes back.
So there's a spare for Gill
Oh,
and a
my
spare
goodness.
for Esdale in the first box
Good.
of game 3.
Gravy, what a shot from Ted Esdale. Are you kidding me?
Gravy? How old are you? Come on, put some more gravy on it, buddy.
Soup it up. It's Thanksgiving season after all.
Stuff it up.
Glen Gill drops 7 on
way to
his.
stuff
Dan
it,
Esdale
kid.
does the same.
Way to stuff gravy.
So Glens are all together. It's
Looks
kind of
like
a
cranberry
sideways
sauce to me.
triangle here.
3-5-9 to shoot at. Takes the 5-9, leaves the 3. Esdale's got the 1, the 2, and the 10.
And
See
we
if
have,
they can go heavy
Goes
on this
like-
pocket.
goes
Kick it
like
over.
one.
There it
Oh,
goes.
beautiful.
Like one.
kind of beautifully, we have Mike Nardone sitting with us. You can hear Mike on the mic.
One comes off the wall. We're at spare time tomorrow, right?
9
Yeah.
bucks for Glen Gill, 26 after 2. Esdale's at 27 plus a ball.
My average is way too inflated for it.
I mean, I threw, what, against Clough, I went 280. So that jack.
Nice ball by Glen Gill, but he leaves the 2 and the
He
7.
was,
Some wood there. I don't know how material it's going to be. Esdale on a fill.
oh, yeah, because you don't hold it.
On a head pin,
Oh,
6 in the
my
fill for
goodness.
33 after 2, but he has a 3, 4, 6, 7.
Ah, look at the yams up there.
Glen misses everything.
Into the ocean there. Hit ball recently, but it's not double.
Tough split here.
Yeah,
See
but
what
those
Dan
strings
does.
count.
It's not double.
Just gets 1 off to the
Oh,
right.
no, that's right, because you don't do the whole string.
10
there
bucks
it
for
was.
Glen. That's where he wanted his second ball to be.
That's a special. I don't know if it's named after someone.
Yeah, it is.
As
Great
Micah
out
says,
there,
I
great
call
out.
it a 10.
Call it a
Right
10.
back at it.
42 for Ezzy after
Get that
3,
gravy
36
flowing.
for Glen Gill after 3.
I'm gonna use that all the time now. The gravy thing? Yeah.
Fun, right?
Yeah.
It's a good,
Headpin gives up.
I mean,
All right, Glen drops 7. Is it going to be 8? It's 8.
those.
And he's left with the 6 and the 10. There's some wood there. That
Baby pudding, fuck you.
3 pieces of wood. And just a reminder, this show can be R-rated sometimes.
If I'm on set,
Yeah, we're bowlers after all.
If I'm on set.
Yeah, I didn't like either of those pieces. That was a really tough shot for Glen.
So that was, just for the record, that was not from an official commentator.
No, that was the peanut gallery over there.
Yeah, this idiot over here, this bum at Esdale looks insane.
So Glen picks
Yeah,
up
right.
2, or picks up just one of those 2. Esdale
9.
Oh, man.
threatens a backdoor
Make 'em hurt.
strike.
Neither of those pieces of wood were good for Glen. As he leaves the 6-pin standing for a 9 box, 45 through 4. Esdale
There
goes
we
against
go.
the spare.
That's a spare for Dan Esdale.
I know, right?
52 and a ball through 4.
I mean,
Dan Esdale's keeping
they
it
had
going
the
right now.
full-
So the bowlers are having a lot of
Like,
fun with each other.
alright,
They
please
all
let 'em
get along quite well.
sing.
And Dan and Mike in particular have a lot of
Too much
interplay.
eggnog.
You know who's not having
eggnog
fun?
up there.
Glen. Man, oh man, that's a tough break.
That is awful. Headpin hit again. Another red number. That's a split here in Millis. Shows up on his scoreboard as a red number.
Esdale didn't want him to feel left on his own, so he goes and gets a split of his own. Oh my goodness, Glen Gill makes an unbelievable bid at that eagle variant. 3-pin left standing. What a shot.
Esdale shooting at the 3, 6, 8, and 10.
Wow.
Or 4 and 10, and the 4 stays on.
It's a good shot from Dan.
10 box for Glen Gill.
4-10.
9 box for Esdale. So the bowlers will sit down with Glen Gill at 55 after 5. Dan Esdale at 67 after 5. We're halfway through the match for those 2 guys. And now we're coming up in the first box of game 3 for Sean Taylor on your right, Mike Nardone on the left. And here we go. Taylor all over the pocket and breaks up the split. Has the 4 and the 7. Nardone and the headpin as well.
Oh, that's a proper split right there.
Oh, uncharacteristically, Sean misses that mark.
He just capped that piece. It's in the wrong spot for him.
Great
Oh,
bid
don't
by
try to
Mike.
make it the fun way. Doesn't quite go. That's a great bid. Sean goes and gets a 10.
So they were both up against spares by their opponents in the first box, and both are going to be open. So 10 boxes for each, and both bowlers are down 7 through the first box. Anyhow, so but every pin's down. Sean Taylor off to the 2-pin and leaves a Cleary right.
We've seen him make similar shots already, though, with that power ball.
Nardone on the head pin. He's getting a break here.
Oh, man, I thought that 2-pin got nudged over instead of falling.
I thought it might just give us a strike here, but it's wiggling and not falling, so just got moved off spot a little bit.
Yeah, that always makes it a little more difficult.
All right, he misses the object, picks up the back 2. Taylor, nice bid on the 4 horsemen, but the 10 stays up.
Yeah, it wasn't there anyways.
And 9 boxes for both bowlers, both 19 after 2.
You're matching.
Again, they're not head-to-head. Their opponents are taking a break right now.
Not head-to-head, they're just adorable. Monkey see, monkey do right now up there. 5 pins left standing for Sean Taylor. Really tough lead.
Nardone gets a late break and drops everything. The last 2 of that triangle go out, and he's left with a 3-pin.
Ooh, 2, 6, 7, 8, 10 left. He gets the 3-pinner.
Spare for Nardone. He's all over that one.
Beautiful shot. Oh my
come on.
goodness. What a bid, Sean Taylor, as that pin came spinning over, helicoptering through in front of the 8.
But it ends up being a 9 box for 28 after 3. He's down 8 pins in completed boxes versus Glen Gill. Sean Taylor on box 4. He's off the head pin.
That was my only thought.
Hit great action.
Take the lead here.
Nardone is on a fill, takes out 6, and surprise, surprise, another split
These
on a head
lanes are
pin.
playing really tough right now.
What's been giving you split.
Especially for Millis.
Taylor, great spare there.
What a shot. All All over that one.
Nardone's off the object, and is it going to come
Oh
back?
my goodness, it's gonna go.
No, not quite enough.
No, not quite heavy enough to go to stomp and take that one.
Somewhere around like 2 string.
Man, he almost stole that good though. Goes and gets a nice 10 box at least.
So that puts Taylor at 38 plus a ball. Mike Nardone at 45 after 4 on a fill for Sean Taylor. On the head pin, another split. 8 in a fill.
That'll give Sean Taylor the lead after 4.
He's up a pin.
Nardone has the Millis 8 to shoot at. 1-2.
Better leave if you don't hit the head pin right now. Whoa, what a bid he put on that one, and he went over the 7 pin with that other pin, but no
Great
spare.
shot. What are you gonna do?
Nardone's off on
His
his
second ball's having a tough time right now.
10 box for Taylor for 56.
We got a good fight over on lane 21 for this next half.
55 for Mike Nardone with that 10 box. So halfway through the match, again, Sean Taylor has 4 points, Glen Gill 0. Mike Nardone and Dan Esdale are split 2 and 2. And at the halfway point of this string, Dan Esdale has a 12-pin lead over his opponent, Mike Nardone, 67 to 55. And Glen Gill is just 1 pin under Sean Taylor, so tight one in that one. So Esdale now on the first ball of box 6. All over the head pin, nice pocket shot, but an ugly leave. Gill is on the 2 pin. Esdale, what's he got down there? 4, 8, 10.
That is the 4-8-10 indeed. There's wood. I don't think it's going to be helpful. It's not playing it like it would be.
Trying to cut it over and misses everything. Gill on a 6-pin leave and everything but the head pin. As he tries again, and look at that. Look at that. Is it going to go? Nudges it. He had the right idea, that's for sure.
Yeah, because they would have stalled out on the hole.
10 box for Glen Gill, 9 box for Dan Esdale. Esdale's is 76. Glen Gill is 65.
That wood for Esdale was in the Goldilocks zone where the pin came over and just didn't quite. It nudged up against the piece in front and took enough out.
Glen dropped his ball. Sean recovered it.
Good hand-eye coordination right there.
Both of them. Esdale on a 3-pin. Gill on the 2-pin. Esdale's got a variant of the half Worcester, the minus a 5 and a 7. Gill has what's that? 1, 3, 8, 10. Esdale misses a spare opportunity.
Oh, Glen puts an unbelievable bid on it. The 10 pin not moving.
One thing if you miss them, but if you hit them, come on.
8 box for Dan Esdale for 84 after 7.
Nice 10 bucks.
I couldn't tell that was good ball. And so 10 bucks for Glen. He's pinning quite well here. So a 75 after 7. And I'm just looking at his scoreboard. And
Only 2 pins left on the deck for him.
Glen's all 9s, 10s, and a spare.
2 9 drops, whole bunch of 10s, 1 spare.
Esdale in the pocket and leaves another split.
Why not add fuel to the fire? These players are playing tough right now.
On the 3 for Glen, and takes out just 4 horsemen plus the 5 and the 8 left.
I like that's better. With some wood in the back too. I might play with it. As a field goal, it's 3 points in football and 0 in bowling.
Tip that guy just to
Oh, great bid. He just went by the head pin and didn't go.
Yeah, that's a great ball. So close.
Esdale picks up 1 more for an 8 box, 92 after 8.
On Gill, 10 bucks, all over it.
It's a 10.
Continues his torrid pinning right now.
85 after 8 for Glen, 92 after 8 for Esdale.
Steele's looking to get it going right here. He needs 2 big ones to keep Mike Nardone away.
He's opening the door for Mike here.
I mean, if you lose it, keep up with the 8s and 9s, that's fine.
Esdale in box 9. First ball on the head pin.
Why bother? Why bother?
That's actually great with that wood there, though.
And there's a head pin shot without a split for Glen, but only 5
Yeah.
went.
But with the pin shifting over, you could almost picture it. Still get that.
Look at that, dude. 3 in a row on the right and a triangle on the back.
3 pin right here. Caps the wood, takes the 3, banana split left.
Gill with a little bit light on his object pin, but he was on his object pin. However, the 5 and the 8 are still up.
It's a solid ball. It's just a tough one. As Esdale goes and gets one pin.
That's the one I thought you were getting.
Somehow, some way.
And Glen clears the wood, but no pins, so 8 bucks for
Glenn's like, I just
Glen
said.
Gill, 7 bucks for Dan Esdale. Esdale's at 99 after 9.
Football is capping the day away right there. That's tough.
Glen with 93 after 9.
Glen still only left 4 pins on the deck at 93. What's wrong with that?
Esdale in the pocket, breaks up the split. He's got a good spare opportunity here.
That's how you break up split.
Glen Gill, that was a bomb.
Glen took some notes. Both of those.
Somehow the 4 pins stayed up.
Didn't even budge. It's bare though. As he's got a plank, as he makes the plank.
Spear for Dan Esdale in the 10th,
There you go, Ez.
and just missed
Come on, load it up.
a single for Glen. But he's over 100 this time.
Man, like Gill, you couldn't fit a piece of paper between the ball and the pin right there.
Yeah, I think he left a mark on the pin. It was pretty tight.
There it is.
Got it in the 3rd ball, so 103 for Glen Gill. And a 299 triple. Esdale on the fill, he's a 109 plus this ball. And a 5 fill.
He doesn't have to shoot. 114 for Dan Esdale. Puts him at 356. Nice 119 average going.
I can
so
confirm your math, 356 for Esdale. All right, so Nardone's coming up on the right versus Dan Esdale. He's at 55 at the half. Sean Taylor is on your left versus Glen Gill. He's at 56 at the half. No fills are open right now.
Nardone needs 60 even to take this string. Sean Taylor needs 48, I believe.
48, yep. Does not need a spare.
Nardone, good
Oh,
pin, takes
what
it.
a shot on the 3-6-7.
Gravy, what a shot.
Beautiful pin.
That was nice.
That's great.
Oh, that wood was nice and wired, came flying over. Beautiful, beautiful shot.
Taylor for a 10 ends up with a 9. So Taylor's at 65, and they're knotted up after 6. And
5 pins on the deck for 2 balls. We'll take 9 all day. Knotted up with Glen Gill.
and the 6 pin drops prematurely there.
Sean Taylor doesn't technically need a mark, but it would sure make things a lot easier here.
A mark would wrap it up, I think.
Yeah, mark on the fill, yeah.
Yeah, Nardone is in the head pin a little full that time. He put 5 in his fill. So he's a 70 after 6.
That's a very stupid leaf.
Yeah, that kind of is. That's a lambda plus the 6 pin over there. I think it can go.
It can go. Checkmark 6 will go if you
Check
hit
mark,
it a
yeah.
little heavy, but like, man, oh man, that's rude.
Taylor, his powerful ball down there, dropping 9. Nardone plays the
Oh,
side I
my
think he should have played, and
Goodness. You can't hit it better than that.
the 6 pin stayed up. So
You can't hit it better than that. That
No.
was sick.
great bid on that. Now Taylor's got some tough wood here against a 7 pin. So let's see what he
Go
does.
high, plow through.
And yeah, the wood, as I feared, blocked him.
Air too high. Nardone can't quite pin out here. He's going to have 9. 79 through 7, down 5.
Down 5, he's up against an 8, 7, and a spare 5. So he's got an opportunity here if he can get a marker to him here. Taylor with a 9, he's a 74. He's 1 pin under Glen Gill's completed box. So Nardone looking for a mark in these 3 boxes, maybe 2, preferably 2.
It is required to have at least 1.
Again, we see the Taylor strike
Good
ball
night.
come
See
in.
you later. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. You have to fall. You were hit. You were hit twice.
Nardone was on a 3 pin on that and dropped 4.
That 4 pin is being belligerent right now.
And that time he's way off on the side. And there's a spare for Taylor.
Shows it what for. Nice shot, Sean Taylor.
Nardone with a nice 10 box. A sideways triangle a lot of times doesn't go. So 89 after 8. He's down 3 pins from Dan Esdale. Up against a 7 box and then 15 box. Sean Taylor's at 84 plus this ball. At this point in the match, Glen was at 85. So a fill here will put him ahead. Oh my goodness, another one.
I've had that leave a lot. It's really frustrating.
Well, he was on the 2-pin, and
You just carve out a line, like a diagonal line through the pins with that one.
and just picked the 8 on that. Taylor, in the meantime, put 8 on his fill, so he's in 92, and good spare opportunity here. Misses a head pin, so no spare here. But he's within a couple pins to take in this game.
Yeah, barring catastrophe, it's all sewn up for him.
10 box, he's at 102.
Nardone
One pin in the next box ties, 2 pins wins a game for Taylor.
Nardone was on his object in that third ball. A little too late there, sadly. He needs a 19 box
The tie.
to tie the string, 20 to 2.
So he's got to spare and get a strike here.
Must have.
Taylor's 1 to 6 the string.
Boom, baby. Sean Taylor wraps it up. Let's see if he can put a mark on it, really put the hurt on. Nardone, not take it. Esdale is 1 to 3rd. That wood was good all the way. Sean Taylor saw it, played it, drilled it. 112 in a ball.
Nice 9 by Mike Nardone for a 104 game. Again, second
Off after his very torrid start. 136, well, then back-to-back 104s. Down 12 in total. Sean Taylor, a little heavy.
7 on a fill,
That's
119.
That's a great place to leave it right there. Don't have to play that split.
So Taylor ends up with a 369 after 3, and that puts him up 70 pins. Exactly.
That's just looking for a couple of points here. One ball at a time. That's what you got to do. One ball at a time.
All right, so after 3 games, it's 4 points to 2 for Dan Esdale and 6 points to none for Sean Taylor versus Glen Gill. Game 4 coming up, a 5. Glen Gill on your right, bowling against Sean Taylor. And his first ball, can't see it.
Gets 3. Took out the 6, 9, 10.
And both bowlers off on the side.
Esdale gets, oh, he had 3.
Still
and
going.
It's going to keep mixing. As it happens in Millis, the head pin is also falling. He's got the 258 as Glen goes right through the middle. And Esdale with that plank absolutely plows it through.
So Esdale opens with a mark again.
I felt it on my ankle. That's what I was worried about. I was like,
Taylor has a 7 box.
No idea, that was 3.
Tough start for Glen right there.
oh, we've seen what hitting the head pin does.
Oh my god, right?
And Esdale saying thank you very much for that backdoor spare leave. Glen back on the head pin this time. And as
Another split.
it was a diamond, now it's almost even harder.
Esdale on the fill, and that's a 9 fill, so a 19 after 1.
Nice shot, Ezzy. He's got the 6 pin. There is a plank in front. It is covered.
Nice
Glen
try
makes
by
it.
Glen.
Great pin. Oh man,
Yeah, he put a good effort on that one.
it's not his day so far. He's put some great balls in it. They're just not carrying. Esdale picks up his stuff.
Second spare for Dan. Again, he's piling on the spares frequently here.
29 through 2.
Deal with 13.
13 spares so far for Dan Esdale.
Nice 8 drop by Glen. He's left with a 4-7 split.
It's technically a split, but it's a lot more palatable. This little baby split.
Relatively close together.
As he's got 6 down.
Got to hit it perfect. Oh, just right between. 6 in the fill for Esdale's 35 after 2. Tough to get that 8 pin to go here. Can he get it? He gets it.
Oh, what a shot, Dan.
He hit the outside, and that was the ticket to getting that mark.
Man, that was beautiful. 3 in a row. Dan Esdale, 45 and a ball through 3. Glen can't convert. He's going to be a 24 through 3. That 8 box.
So Dan's putting up a lot of spares here. As you said, it was 13 so far. That makes 14, right?
14 now, yeah.
Let's try this. Head pin hit without a split.
All right, a triangle for Glen Gill.
Oh, look at this break up. Dan Esdale getting some breaks. That looked like a tough first one, and it's not going to be. It's a 2-pinner with a duck.
Glen Gill, nice spare on that triangle. Esdale's at
There
53
we
after
go.
3, and he's got just a 4 and a 7 to shoot at with wood.
Gill needed that to get started.
And wow.
That top pin, that top piece of wood was just diabolical.
It looked like a layup shot, but the wood prevented him from having 4 spares in a row here.
He played the wrong piece, I think, but he just barely hit it. I don't think that's where he was trying to go. And
So,
now it's defense, deed up, and that's why.
he left his first pin standing. So Glen Gill is on a fill. Esdale's a 62 after a ball. Gill's a 34 plus this ball, which is disappointing 4. So 38 after 4. Esdale looking to close out with a big half here. And changes his mind. No balks in Candlepin bowling though, so he gets to do it again. Runner does not advance.
I don't know what he's laughing at, but something happened. I'm sure I'll get that the deets later.
Oh, just a lemon drop.
But
Right.
I guess Glenn said something funny.
The other side, that would have been
Firecracker.
All right, Gill is open in the 5th box with a 1 and the 7 left.
As he for the spare. Oh, what a bit.
All right, cleaning it up good. Gill picks up the 1-7 beautifully for a 10 box, 48 after 5. Esdale looking to get a 10 and has a 9. So Glen Gill closes at 48. Dan Esdale is 71. Now our visiting bowlers come up. Sean Taylor on your right, who's won every string so far on his match, and Mike Nardone on the other, who's won 1 and lost 2. Good bowling. Sean Taylor is off to the left and gets a break. That's just the 10 pin left. Nardone trying to wave that over, and he said goodbye to the pin, and it went.
Nice.
Strike for Nardone. Spare for Sean Taylor.
Nardone with his first strike since the first string.
Good time to do it. He's up against 3 marks in a row.
Yeah, 71.5 is daunting, but that's how you get back into it, one at a time. One good ball at a time.
All right, Taylor's on a fill.
So an update. Glenn did say something funny, but I can't repeat it. That had Esdale balking in the last 5 box.
So a spread eagle for Taylor gives him 4 in the fill.
Oh.
So 14 after the first box. Nardone drops 8 on his first fill ball, and he has a 7-10 split.
What a bid, Sean Taylor! Oh my goodness.
I don't like this wood anyway. Nardone doesn't get any of the wood, so
I don't know
an 8
if it would have
fill.
gone anywhere, but it definitely wasn't going to go there.
Look at that shot. Taylor off the wall takes it in.
Good God.
Nardone has a 9 box.
That's where he wanted to go. I think the ball just went back behind the curtain. If I'm not mistaken. He might not be getting that one back for a little bit.
All right, first box, first ball at 3rd box. Taylor drops 7. Nardone needs a re-rack. A few spectators here too.
Nardone trying to get some pins in the channel for it, and he gets 1. That's all I needed.
All right, we have a re-rack on 21 for Mike Nardone. He's going for his first ball in box 3 of game 4. On the 2-pin. Oh, Taylor does not get the spare on a triangle. Nardone's shooting at the 173, 137, you can call it.
Oh! Look good. A little heavy.
A 9 box for Sean Taylor. Nardone's open, trying to clean this 3-7 split up. Gets it. Nice. Wow, that was beautiful. 10 box for Nardone. He's at 37. But at this point, Esdale was at 53, so Nardone really needs to catch up here.
He's open, and Dan's open in his next 2, though, so Nardone can put a few together. He's right there.
Taylor drops 8. He's at 33 after 4 up against 24.
Millis 8, 1-3 to shoot at. Nardone, Millis 8 plus the 10.
Oh, Nardone misses wide left.
Taylor just not where he wanted
Taylor,
it
I'm
at
sorry.
all. Frustrating. Nardone, showing him how it's done. Nice pickup.
9 box for Sean Taylor, 42 after 4.
Wasn't there anyways.
And with that spare, Nardone's at 47 in a ball. He's chipping away a little bit here.
tough break. Spread eagle.
Nardone.
6 fill. 3-pinner plus 6. Tough split. Makeable. Sean Taylor. Pow! Right on the 2-pin. That's all he gets.
So with that 6 fill, Nardone's at 53. After 4, puts an effort on that one.
It's a good bid. Tough break. And Sean Taylor has a extremely tough 7-box. And 3 objects. 7 pins to show for.
But he's up a pin at the half, 49 to 48. Nardone with that 9-box is 62. He did come closer, but he's down 9 pins at the half from Esdale.
That's a heck of an effort to stave off a 71, make it only a 9-pin advantage. That's massive.
All right, our home bowler's coming up on the right. You see your stats up on the screen. And again, a re-rack on 21. So the 2 things we're seeing consistent in this match are splits on the head pin and re-racks on 21. Dan Esdale in lane 22.
Boom, baby. Will it go?
Leaves the
Probably
kingpin
not.
up. Nice 9 drop. Glen Gill, he's on the 3-pin.
Now that pin's 11 inches long.
And that looks like a 6 drop, so he's got the 1, 2, 4, and 10 to shoot at. Esdale for a spare. Does not get it. Unbelievable.
Cap City.
That's what I would have done.
Man, oh man.
Glen Gill puts a bid on that. Is it going to take?
Yeah,
Yes, it
Right,
goes.
Glen Gill, what a shot.
Got one! Hey.
10 bucks for Esdale. Esdale's at 81 after 6. Glen Gill at 58 plus a ball.
Bowling gods finally show mercy on Glen Gill right there.
All right, Esdale at 81 after 6. First ball in the 7th box. On the 3-pin, drop 6. On a fill.
But on the fill, right back down to reality for him. He's got 7 down with a tough 2-1
Oh man, I
split.
like that wood coming out of the gut.
Another head pin hit. It turns into a split. Esdale puts a great bid on that.
Man, no luck.
Glenn just showed him how to make it. Esdale threw the same ball and got no luck.
Oh, Gill sent it over.
Oh.
That was close.
10 bucks for Esdale puts him at 91 after 7. Glen's at 65 after 6 with that fill. And call it 76, 74. 74 at 7.
Yeah, that was tougher than it looked. I'll take that right up here, Bill.
He needs a little hydration.
All right, Glen taking a hydration break for a moment.
Dan Esdale, tough split again. My God.
This commercial is brought to you by
Brought to you by no one. We have
no affiliations.
no affiliations. We have no
Happy Time
sponsors.
Cider.
This is ACST.
Glen Gill punches through half Worcester on the right, and Dan Esdale shooting at a split from the head pin. The 2-4-10.
Come on, Dan.
I don't know if Glenn needed more or less hydration right there, but that amount did not help as he goes through the hole again.
Oh. That's the last 2 strings. Doesn't like that.
8 bucks for Dan Esdale, 99 after 8. Glen trying to clean up this half Worcester mess. All right, not bad out of that with an 8 box, 82 after 8.
Take that all day.
All right, he's got 2 boxes to go in this game.
I went over to
He's really tight with Taylor at this moment, but he really wants to close the door for Sean taking the 4th game.
Wow, you're cooking lots of food.
Esdale off the head pin, leaves a 4 horseman right. We're waiting on a re-rack again from 21.
Well, at least everybody will be good in the neighborhood.
Yeah, the daily Charlie
Esdale with a spare.
Yay! Yay!
Esdale seeing Dylan.
Glen Gill first ball in the 9th. On the 3-pin and has a Cleary. You like that wood, Duncan? I'm not sure I do.
No.
He's got to shoot it without consideration of the wood here.
Oh man, just goes blind.
Just catches a 9. Of course, I was being facetious about the wood. I don't think it's of any merit at all. And he picks up the 10. I think the wood actually helped clear the 10, so maybe it wasn't so bad after
That
all.
actually would have gone, funny enough, because of that. What do we know? We just play this game every freaking week.
All right, so Esdale's a 109 plus this ball. Glen Gill's a 92.
See if we can fill right here.
And that's a 5 fill for Grand Esdale, so that puts him at 114 after 9.
Exactly half of a big fill right there. Glen Gill, man.
The story of the day is headpin hits, splits.
Spread eagle plus 9. Esdale,
There for
great
Esdale.
stand.
He opens with 3 in a row. He closes with 2 in a row. Through the hole for Glen. Glen looking to clean up this mess. So at this point, are you shooting at the 3 and trying to kick something over, or are you just going to try to go at the 4?
I think you go with 3 here.
Go to the 3. He's got.
Yeah, I think you go with the 3.
Might get something else. That's what he's doing. Just gets 2 of them for a 5 box. Glen Gill with a 97.
Just the toughest of breaks right now for Glen. Nothing's going his way.
Esdale puts 6 on that for
Barely,
a
Nardone.
130 game.
Oh, it's Taylor.
Okay. 130, Dan Esdale. Great start, great finish. What's him at? 490, 486.
And Glen Gill's a 396 after 4. So Nardone got some work to do. Needs to be 68 half or better.
That's
Starts
not a
with
bad start.
4 horse from Taylor. He's a 49 at the half. Does not need a spare to win this.
Technically, yes, but realistically, it would help. He needs 49, so you can get 5 tens. Oh, but
there's a
O'Neill
spare.
got spare out of the way early.
Tough spare too.
That's a great shot right there.
Nardone is open at the second ball, and with the third ball he's left with a 1 and a 10, so an 8 box for Mike Nardone. He's just 70 after 6. Esdale was at 81 at this point.
Nardone needs a couple of marks here to have a shot.
60 pins to go to tie.
Oh, we've seen this before.
Taylor on the fill. I love those late breaks he gets with all that pin action. He puts 6 in the fill. He's at 65. They're tied at the 6th.
35-mile-an-hour ball out of the hands. He's throwing at 38 out of the hands probably.
Shooting at the 1, 7, 8, 10, and the 7 survives.
Wow, what a
Somehow.
pin. Nardone punched through the 4 pin. He's got 42 now. Christianelli, thanks for joining us, man.
10 box for Taylor, 8 box for Nardone. Nardone's a 78, Taylor's a 75.
Nardone needs to turn it on right here.
Nardone currently is down 13 pins, but he's also got a couple marks facing him ahead. There you go, there's a head pin.
Oh, man, oh, man.
Head pin for Taylor too. I like Sean's leave a whole lot better.
I
Nardone's
like most
looking
anyway for Nardone's.
better than a spread eagle. Okay, makes a good effort on that, picks up the left 3. Taylor with another spare. And Nardone with a very respectable 10 box out of a spread eagle, 78 after 7, after 8, 88 after 8. Nardone, Taylor, let me get everybody straight here, smack me sometimes.
85 and a ball, Sean
Thank you.
Taylor.
That was a pocket shot for Nardone.
Oh, and he'll get rewarded with a nice 9 drop plus a duck.
Taylor puts 8 on his fill, so he's at 93. He's won the string.
That'll officially seal it right there. Nardone goes and gets a spare.
Spare for Nardone.
Beautiful.
He's still in this. Spare for Taylor.
Nardone's at 98 and a ball. He will need a double strike to have a chance.
Esdale put the hurt on in those last 2 boxes.
That is required.
And we do not have a strike here, so
And Esdale will take the string. Again, 105 from 9. The best Mike Nardone can do is 125.
and
Triangle. Oh!
Taylor put 6 in his fill. And 2 and 2, what a bid on that.
Wow. Takes the back pin somehow, some way.
Both bowlers open in the 10.
and we'll finish
with a 9.
114. Taylor 119. Taylor has 22 to his total. It's just about all sewn up with as a 92 pin lead for Sean Taylor. Meanwhile, on the other side, the Nardone Esdale match, Esdale is pushing his lead to 34 pins.
Yeah, one more.
No, I had it wrong.
No, you're on
28 pins.
28.
I can. Yeah.
And
I'm gonna.
Taylor is swept so far. Taylor is up 88 plus 4, 92 pins.
I can. I'm cool. Yeah.
So
I'll message Bob.
Glen's hoping to pick up some points here. I think the total's probably out of reach. You never say never.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen people as
But to do that, he needs to win by 93 pins for his next string.
Sahar, and thanks for joining us.
So far, Esdale has 6 points, Nardone 2, and Esdale with a 28 pin lead in total. Is in the driver's seat on this one right now.
Yeah. Everyone is missing his head.
All right, so Glen Gill coming in the first box of the 5th and final game.
What am I doing?
Head pin hit. And is left with the triangle and a 10 pin, so 6 drop. Esdale's in the left pocket.
Check mark, baby.
And 3, 4, 5, or yeah, 3, 5, 6, 10.
Lance, deceptively. Wow, how did that not go? I thought that wood was going to get you over for him.
Oh, yeah.
Right behind, right behind.
Good.
Esdale starts with a spare again.
Nice spare in Esdale. Man, that goes for everyone except Glen.
Glen with a 9 box.
I'm walking in and the 10 minutes like, I don't think so.
Box 2, game 5. Glen Gill on your right, Dan Esdale on the left. Not head to head, their opponents are resting. Glen Gill, punch out. He's having a tough day today. Throwing a decent ball and just.
Esdale, go to pinfall. It will not. It's going to be a triangle. 7 filled.
Glen Gill on a half Worcester left. Off to the right.
He will pick the head pin up, but it's not going to take any friends with it.
Esdale for a second spare in a row.
Yep. Oh my goodness gracious.
Wow.
How did that happen?
Wow.
Blocked it.
That was unbelievable. The wood just
That's a TikTok all
stalled
day.
out.
10
That
box.
deserves a replay on that. That was
Ezzy,
ridiculous.
I'm going to make that TikTok later.
Okay, so Esdale, both bowlers end up with 10 boxes, 19 after 2 for Glen Gill, 27 after 2 for Dan Esdale.
That was that was like when Glen hit the head pin. That's all he got. Perfect spear ball.
All right,
Mystifying game.
Gill on the head pin, and do I need to say it? Another split.
I want a tally at the end of this.
Head pin for Esdale, but only 5 go, but they're together anyway.
Just pretend 9.5.
All right, that wood didn't help him. Esdale trying to shoot at the hay bale. And he misses the object, so both bowlers open in box 3.
Maybe next week.
Glen Gill with another 10 box. 9, 10, and 10 puts him at 29 after 3. Esdale looking for a 10 and gets an 8. 8 box puts him at 35.
Asking who I was looking for. That's either Jolly or Jimmy.
All right, box 4, game 4 at 5. Glen looking for his first mark of the string.
Because I don't want to.
Leaves a 4 horseman and a 10.
Well,
Esdale's on the head
I
pin.
saw a lot of stuff from Jimmy.
What's that? That's a 2, 5, 7. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice cut by Glen.
Yeah.
Didn't take the 7. What do you do on this? Low on the wood?
No.
Duncan, low on the wood on this?
Yeah, I go high. I go right where he did, and I am wrong. He's wrong too. We're all wrong. Everyone's wrong.
I was right.
And he just gets 5 in.
9 box for Glen, 38 after 4.
This is a very stupid game.
It really is.
8 box for Dan.
7 million different ways
Dan
to hit a shot.
Esdale is at 44. Glen Gill at 38 after 4. Looking for a mark here to get over par. bad. That's a good ball.
That's a great ball with a nice leaf. Two pinner. 2-4.
Esdale box 5. In the pocket again.
Oh, look at this drop, man.
All right, the wood's out of there, but it's double in the gutter. You got to not touch it.
Yeah, that's.
Oh, come on. Glen can't get a break here.
What is happening? What is happening? Yeah, that's incredible.
Esdale's trying to avoid the wood, but went too far.
I mean, I'm scared of it too. I'm not even balling up there, and I'm scared of it.
10 box for Glen Gill for 48 and a half. Esdale comes in a little tighter that time. Nice and clean. He got it. Didn't touch that wood. 10 box for Esdale, 54 after 5. And now we see the visiting bowlers come up. I mean, I feel for Glen here. I think he's throwing a great ball. Nothing's going though.
This is not my day.
All right, so Sean Taylor on your right, starting game 5. On the 3-pin, Mike Nardone. Taylor looking to sweep this match, and he has the 1 and the 9. Nardone has the 2, 7, 8, and Taylor starts with a spare 2. Nardone is going to steal the 2. No.
Oh, not quite backdoor. He nudged it. You can see it wiggling up there.
And it's just a little too short.
Yeah.
Not much.
Well, he didn't hit it, so what are you
I
going to do?
9 box for Mike Nardone, so he's down 8 pins early in the first box.
Corrado, thanks for joining us. Sean on the spare. Man, look at that working ball. 8 pins fall. He's got the 1 and the 10, and the 10's going to fall. He's just got the 1 pin. 9 drop.
Has Corrado checked on Dietrich to make sure he's okay after Barrow got hurt?
Dan wants you to check on Dietrich, Corrado. If you have a minute.
All right.
After the Joe Burrow incident. Sean gets his spare.
Another spare for Sean, and another
Nardone
open
somehow
box for Nardone.
How? Just how?
A little light hit, I don't know. It looked pretty good.
That looked perfect.
And Nardone with another 9 box for 18 after 2, down 9 so far in completed boxes.
This third ball couldn't have been closer these last 2, and it's not getting.
Taylor on a fill, and how about a 10 and another to go? So, no doubt about that one.
Man, when Sean Taylor's on it, they go so freaking quickly. That was decimation.
We've all been pounded on by Taylor at different points in our bowling career.
That's what she said. Mike Nardone, 7 drop. We got a triangle to shoot at.
Watching Sean bowl since he was in his teens.
Nardone, triangle
There's a spare
off
for
the
Mike
wall.
Nardone.
Slops it off the wall, goes and grabs it with the wood. 49 and 2 balls through 3. Sean Taylor putting the hammer down. Looking for the sweep. As he goes for double and instead has a split to look at.
Nardone looking for a big fill here and settles
man.
for a 6.
Off the 3-pin. Gets a little bit of a break though.
Brings him close to Dan though.
But it goes.
Look at that. He can't miss.
Goodness.
Spare on strike, so spare, strike, spare for Taylor.
Sean's making this look so easy right now. Nardone through the hole. No break.
Well, he needs to clean this up for it to be tied with Dan in the 4th box.
69 and a ball through 4. Sean
And
Taylor
7 for Nardone for 41.
needs a mark to keep it close right here. A 10 wouldn't be terrible, but man, a mark would feel good.
Did he go 5? Well, he's going to have to work for this one. So 7 in the fill and a spare.
The way he's bowling, this is going to go. I don't know how, but especially if this one comes back. No,
Not
it's
all
gonna
the
sit
way.
out in the ether. Nardone has a horseman to look at. The wood is a little bit wired. He might be able to take those back there.
Went to the extreme right.
And that
But it
goes
popped
into
in
the
the
gutter. That is no good.
No good. I thought it looked good too. I didn't think it quite dropped in, but the
No,
bowler's
that
calling
was-
a foul.
yeah, that went in just barely. Snapped it. He throws it so fast. Nardone can't stay off the 3-pin right now. It's a tough break.
He's still close to Esdale on this one,
He
but
is,
he
especially
really
with
wants
the
to
10
pick up
box
a
right
lot of
there.
pins to have a chance at total. And a 10 box.
And it goes. Just the way he drew it up that time.
So halfway through the 5th game, on the left, Glen Gill's coming up, and he's down 83 to 48, 5 boxes in. And on the right, Dan Esdale's coming up, and he's up 54 to 51. So a tight one on the right, but Taylor really put some hurt on there.
Nice game, Sean.
83
That's
at the
what I'm
half.
hoping to get done.
Glen's going to need an unbelievable half to take 2 points.
Taylor, you know, if he put a mark up there, he'd be at 86 plus a ball. Dan Esdale got a break there.
That's something you haven't said much this broadcast.
Something else we've said a lot in this broadcast, Glen Gill does not get a break.
No, Esdale misses a 1-8 split.
It's a 2-1 split, and it's hard. That wood is hard. He goes high where you're supposed to, and somehow, why not only take one
Only
hit?
gets one.
Why not?
Yeah. What? Why the
This
fuck
is-
would you get two?
This is unbelievable.
Esdale with an 8 box or 62. Glen's got the 7-10 split still. He's going for the 7, says, forget it, I'm going to trust the wood.
No, that one was too low. That's the right call.
Three objects.
So a 9 box for Glen. Puts him at 57 after 6. Saw this happening some Wednesday night with Glen. He was on the object a lot. All right, coming into box 7, Esdale's at 62 plus no ball. He's no fill. Neither ball is a fill. Glen's at 57. How do you like that? There's a nice head pin hit. Maybe a little full.
Once again, Screwjob City.
How many splits can you get in a match?
This is reminiscent of Michael Pohn's match against Kyle Henny, where he just couldn't get absolutely nothing going the whole time.
It's got to be like 42
Esdale
out
puts
of
a
50
great
balls.
bid on the 710.
So Glen's shooting at the 2-7-10. And great effort on that. Kicks it over, but just shallow. Doesn't get the
If you're not
10.
going to try, just go home.
10 bucks for Esdale.
God.
Glen Gill can't throw a better ball than he is right now, and he just can't be getting worse luck.
And a 9 box. So Gill's at 66 after 7. Esdale's at 72 after 7.
No, he's not pinning perfectly, but for how much he's getting dumpstered on, he is pinning unbelievable.
Oh, I see a 9, a 10, a 10, a 9, a 10, a 9, a 9. I mean, that's pretty good pinning in my book.
66 through 7 with 4.
Stay in school, take your vitamins.
Say it to the
You
mic.
can
Nice to everybody.
And you can be just like me.
So Esdale's on the head pin, and he gets a split. And that's the 2, 7, 8,
It is
10
fast, ain't
wood.
it? Yeah. I mean,
Look at any house.
Oh, there's finally a
Holy
break
shit, it's
right
not a
now.
split.
Unbelievable.
a cherry wood.
There's no wood to be seen. And Esdale puts a great bid on it, and it just decides not to go, I guess.
After Glen threw that ball, Micah exclaimed
Oh,
in
he was
astonishment,
right.
holy mackerel, it's
He
not a
was right.
split, sort of.
He's so
But
good,
it
he's
didn't
calling
go.
the shots now.
Glen went perfectly outside on that and still didn't go. This is incredible.
You know, it's one thing when you're bowling bad, but Glen's bowling well. He's really getting the ball in there.
It really is.
I am, but not in a good way. It's not in a good way at all.
The same way that watching a car crash is like you can't look away.
Yeah. But at the same
10 bucks
time,
for
you feel
Glen.
for the people stuck inside the car.
All day.
82 for Dan after, and again the pin falls on the lane prematurely. Esdale goes forward in the pocket.
Oh man, that 5 pin looked like it was going to drop.
I thought it was too.
Still a duck. The wood is covering.
Glen tries the left pocket that time and gets
Go
a
in the
split.
hole. What do you know? Another split. Crazy. Ezzy. Boom. Spare. Didn't even need the wood.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Well, you gotta watch this as many times as you want.
Glen for the spare bid.
That's a great ball. Of course it's not gonna go. Why would it right now? This is
Object pin.
unbelievable.
7-10 left.
Chance to get a 10.
It's crazy.
And Nardone says he thinks he's going to get a 10 here. Let's see. Almost.
Oh, almost carries it. He's gonna settle for a 9. 85 through 9, no marks.
So far, Glen has had only one game over 100. He's going to need a mark to do it here.
He's up 2 pins to Sean Taylor's half, so it's
Could be a nail biter.
Yeah.
Dan drops 9 on his spare, 101 through 9. Glen, it ends how it began with another tough split.
The 2-6 wood that I think is more likely to be an obstacle than a help.
I mean, it could help most bowlers,
Attaboy,
but the way
Esdale.
that it's going for Glen, there's no way.
Esdale again finishes with a spare.
He's 2 in a row again.
He's gone in between.
Through the hole.
That didn't
How
work.
about Edsale? He's having a pretty good series, and he's getting overshadowed by how poor Glen's got.
Something special we're watching right now. I didn't notice I didn't say good. I said special.
And that didn't work
Yeah, like
either.
that's
Nothing
just
worked on that.
special.
8 bucks for Glen puts him at 93 to finish.
Oh, that was something. That was unbelievable.
We'll get a total count.
And Dan Esdale finishes with 116.
Glen Gill hit 27 head pins, and I bet he got splits on 24 of them.
So Esdale broke 600. He's a 602.
I'll take the stats. I'll take the video later of all the splits.
Mike's
Gill
gonna
with
need-
499.
Nardone's going to need 66 in this half to go take the string.
Needs to be well into the 80s to take total.
82, I believe.
27 out of 30.
Uh,
84 to tie. Spare for Nardone. That's how you start that.
Absolutely.
27 out of 50 on the head.
Needs a big finish here. Taylor light on the head pin on that, I believe, so he'll be open here. And it's a 10. And with that, he
He
is
is singles pin to take the string.
we're in a 6 box and he's tied for the game, for the whole game.
Sean Taylor should bowl left-handed for the rest of the time, so come out with 14 points.
Somehow in the next 4 boxes, Taylor needs to pick up a pin.
Sean, we're tied.
In theory, he could throw all gutter balls, but I don't think that's going to happen.
That's not the gutter.
That one
There you
was.
go.
I'll take a point.
Just bowl lefty.
All right, on a fill, Nardone comes in. He's on the 2 pin and gets 5 in his fill. So he's at 66 after 6. Taylor has now officially won this string and swept the match.
14-0.
7 on the first ball. Nardone on the 3 pin.
I have to say, for as poorly as Glen Gill scores were, Sean's are fantastic so far.
Glen bowled way better than his scores, I think.
Oh, 100%.
9 bucks for Nardone. Nardone's up 3 pins in completed boxes so far, but he's looking in the face of a double mark coming up in the 9th and 10th. Taylor finishes with a 9 bucks for 102 after 7. On the 3 pin for Mike Nardone. Taylor on the head pin a little full. Nardone's left with a 710.
Taylor's just bowling for average at this point. Nardone really love to make this. There is so much wood on the deck. He
4
places it
pieces.
somewhere near the middle. He does not. He goes wide over and it will not go.
So Taylor has a 6-7 split. I don't think any wood is helpful here. How's he doing it? He's going for the
Try
one.
anyways. Oh, he tried to cap that piece and send it flying over. Just barely missed it.
10 bucks for Nardone.
Spikes the ball up off that wood. We got a 10 bucks out of it. Taylor, pow, right in the kisser.
112 for Taylor after 8, 85 for Nardone after 8. He's up 3 pins and completed, but he's looking at a spare 9 and a spare 5. Needs-
Jones, thanks for tuning
Yeah,
in.
they're easily up over 30.
oh my goodness, not when you want that to happen, when you've got a chance.
It's never a good time, but it's especially not a good time.
It's really about that.
The only good time to get a spread eagle is when you're on a spare in the 10th and you need 1 to win the game.
That is correct.
And then I'm okay with it.
It's all mechanics.
You won the game and you don't have to shoot at it.
Nardone with a very tough 6 box right there. He's going to need a double strike
He
to win
needs
this.
27 pins to win this string. So that's a double and a 7.
And he will not
Gives it a
get
run.
That is it. And Esdale will take 12 points. It is all bowling for average now. As Nardone can't kick it over. He had a tough 2 with tough trapezoid right there.
Land for this 500 goal.
So Nardone ends up with a 100. Makes the math easy, 558. And
Sean Taylor, 129.
129 would be
Well over 600.
617. All right, so in the finals, Sean Taylor with a 14-point win, 617 to 499 over Glen Gill. 89, yeah. I'm sorry, 489, sorry, thank you. That's off on my math by 10. And 602 to 558 in favor of Dan Esdale for a 12-2 victory. So thank you for joining us for this match. We had a lot of fun. Duncan, it's always great working with you. Thank you very much.
Pleasure, man.
And Micah, awesome job on the production and everything else you do for us. We appreciate it very much. Thanks to the bowlers. And for the ACST and Ryan's Family Amusements, this is Dan Castle. We'll see you on the lanes.
Oh, great. You guys did a great job.
So let's kill your mic. So with their mic going down, I can have some fun and I can put up some
You
replays.
mess up your math. I demand $6 for payment.
No,
Let's get out of that.
I carried a one where I shouldn't have. That's what I did.
I demand $6.
So early on, you got Glen Gill there, throwing a bit of happiness. There wasn't a lot of that for him. Nardone with a slow falling strike. Couple of spares here early on as Nardone opened up with a strike spare combo. Boom from Taylor there as he rocks the pocket and kicks the king forward at the end. Nardone with the left-hand side. Wood tried to stop it, but still carried it through. Glen shooting at the same thing on the opposite side. Manages to kick the 10 forward. Nardone versus a diamond. But Sean blowing his up. There we go. Knock the 5-pin forward. A real powerful hit there. 1, 3, 4, 6, and the 6 rolling in. Oh, no problem, man. Taylor getting the mix, kicking over the 4. And then following that up by absolutely crushing a 9. Dan Esdale looking at the 5-8. Right between the center of him. Perfect shot. The 1-2-7 with a nice setup to push back. Perfect. Glen on one of the few times where he'd missed the head pin, and it worked out for him, picking up the 1-3. Taylor versus a triangle. Triangle loses. 4 horse to the right with a 9 trailer. Cute little push of the 10 into the gutter. Taylor looking at the 1-3-6-7. Explosive on a high hit. Easy looking at a 6-10. Just shaves the 6. One, 2, 4, just like that. Oh, same thing. Move the wing down. Now we got the 2-4-7. Some tricky wood. But push through it, cleans it up. Glen had a tough day, but at least there the triangle went. Nardone cleaning up a 6. And then right after that, of course, I should have just let it run longer, but Taylor with the horseman. Boom. Would be fun to see him. Well, we get to highlight the bunny hole, but it wasn't intentional. It really was about Taylor picking up the 2-4. Watch that ball banana right into the 3-pin. Taylor, 1, 3, 5, and 10. When they give you a duck, you must kill the duck. Right on it. 3, 6, 7. Pop. Nice carry over there to take the 7 out. Let's plow the left side of the lane. Nope. We're going to see Taylor just annihilate the 4-pin. No problem. And now for the 7. Use the plank. Why shoot the pin when you've got the ramp? Easy with the side triangle down the middle. Thank you, autofocus. I'll find a way to disable that after the last update. You do get a lot of good setups, though. One, 3, 7, 8. Just hit between them and see what happens. When they weren't splits, and Glen was given a chance, he'd hit him. How he didn't knock out the front of that, I don't know. Nardone with a strike, probably somewhere mid-string 3. Just a lot of cleanups here. Pew, pew. Carry it, carry it. And it goes.
I made one.
You made a few. Not as many as you wanted, but you did have 6 on the day.
6
What
marks?
a brutal, no, 6 spares and 1 strike.
Wow.
Yeah, you had a,
What a superstar.
you definitely got the full shaft today. Easy blowing up the horse. 9 riding behind it. Speaking of horse, he's not going to get it. And Taylor's going to blow this up.
Shocker.
That's crazy. 17 pieces of wood in the way. Despite his best efforts, it still went. And then, of course, this is Taylor just blowing up a 3-6. This is an easy check mark. That went pretty. One 9 for Taylor. For some reason, you took a break on string 5.
I worked really hard on string 5.
Yeah.
I threw 30 balls.
Here comes Taylor's duster. We can count the frames between all the pins being up and down. Yep. This was pretty. Kicked off the cap. He actually had a really good pickup on the 6, 7, 10. I mean, went through the gutter, but it was pretty. That is the face of Glen all day long. Split, split, split. I know.
I don't feel bad about it.
There's a lot. I didn't clip that. No, I'm not that mean.
Oh, you should have. I want to see it.
We'll do that after. We'll get all of your splits and we'll have some fun with that. I think that's all I got. So I'm going to get out of here. And thanks for watching, everybody.